scale implementations. We're building the technology-driven future.
Look at this. Rows and rows of servers, stretching further than you can see, humming, generating heat. Processing requests from millions of people who have no idea this place even exists. This is what an AI factory looks like. Not the robot-filled sci-fi version, just racks of machines, quietly manufacturing. Intelligence, at a scale that would have been unimaginable a decade ago. And one of the biggest builders of this infrastructure. It's a company that started with a 19-year-old, $1,000, and a dorm room at the University of Texas. This is the story of Michael Dell, and honestly, it's one of the wildest arcs in the history of American business. It's 1984. The PC industry is moving slow. IBM and the other giants are building computers, boxing them up, shipping them through a long chain of distributors. And by the time one lands on a shelf at a retailer, the price has ballooned. You paid for every middleman in that chain, whether you knew it or not. Michael Dell, a freshman pre-med student, looked at that system and saw something obvious that nobody was acting on. The parts weren't expensive, the markups were. So his idea was almost insultingly simple. What if you just cut out every single middleman? What if you built the computer after someone ordered it, exactly to their specs, and shipped it directly to them? He started with $1,000 out of his own pocket. Room 2713, at the Dobie Center. He called it PCs Limited. Placed some ads in the back of computer magazines and waited. His dorm room filled up with parts fast. Within a few months, he was pulling in $50,000 to $80,000 a month. He was a freshman in college. By the end of that first year, the choice was pretty clear. Keep going with pre-med, or go all in on the thing that was clearly working. He dropped out. May 1984. He incorporated officially and moved into a real office. His first manufacturing floor was a few people with screwdrivers at 6-foot folding tables, but they were building something that was about to shake the entire industry. Here's what made the model so dangerous to the competition. A customer calls a toll-free number. They pick exactly the components they want. The processor, the RAM, the storage, all of it. A custom machine gets built and shows up at their door. No compromise, no paying for stuff they didn't want. And cheaper than anything in a store. The growth was explosive. 1987 officially rebrands as Dell Computer Corporation. 1988 goes public. Raises $30 million. The company's whole philosophy was just, go faster, go cheaper, treat the customer right. The giants, IBM, Compaq, they were built around retail. Retail was their identity. Dell was literally designed to make that model obsolete. By 1992, Michael Dell is 27 years old and becomes the youngest CEO of a Fortune 500 company in history. Then the internet shows up and somehow makes everything even better for him. Dell launches online sales in 1996. By early 1997, Dell.com is doing $1 million a day in sales. A day. The model was perfectly built for what the internet was becoming. And in 2001, Dell hit the milestone that once seemed impossible. They passed everyone and became the largest PC vendor in the world. But here's the thing about that kind of growth. It can hide problems. And Dell had some. In 1993, the PC market hit a sudden downturn. Dell got slammed. They'd launched an ambitious new line of laptops that turned out to be seriously flawed and had to scrap the whole thing. The stock collapsed. For a moment, it genuinely looked like the whole story might just fall apart. Michael Dell made a call that a lot of founders in that position don't make. He admitted he needed help. He brought in seasoned executives, people who knew how to install operational discipline in a company that had been growing faster than it could manage itself. Within a year, Dell wasn't just recovered. They were posting $149 million in profit. That moment matters, because it set the tone for everything that came after. A great idea isn't enough. You need the infrastructure to support it. Dell learned that early, and it saved the company. By the 2000s, the world Michael Dell had built his company around was changing. Smartphones, cloud computing. The PC market was slowing, and anyone paying attention could see the writing on the wall. Dell had to become something bigger. 2009, they acquire Pero Systems, a major IT services company. A deliberate pivot away from just selling hardware. But then comes the move that genuinely shocked the business world. By 2013, Michael Dell had gotten tired of Wall Street. Tired of the quarterly pressure, the short-term thinking, the analysts who couldn't see what he was trying to build. So he announced he was taking the whole company private. It kicked off a full corporate war. Activist investor, Carl Icahn, who never goes quietly, fought it hard. But Dell, partnered with Silver Lake, won. Bought the company back for nearly $25 billion. Now free from public markets, he went even bigger. 2016. Dell acquires EMC Corporation for $67 billion. At the time, the largest tech acquisition in history, EMC was a data storage giant. This one deal turned Dell from a PC company into a full enterprise infrastructure, powerhouse servers, networking, storage, the whole stack. The dorm room company was now one of the most important infrastructure businesses on the planet. And now, here's where it gets interesting for right now. Because Dell has pulled off something that most legacy tech companies completely fail at: a genuine, meaningful transformation into the next era. The AI boom didn't catch them flat-footed, they'd been positioning for it. Dell has built out what they call the AI factory, an end-to-end system that helps businesses actually build and deploy AI. AI-optimized servers, high-speed storage, networking infrastructure, all working together. And they've tied themselves closely to NVIDIA, which is basically the engine supplier for the entire AI industry right now. Two things are driving this hard. First, the AI PC. Laptops with dedicated chips that can run AI tasks locally, right on the device. This is becoming the new standard, and there's a massive hardware refresh wave coming as Windows 10 support ends. Companies need to upgrade. Dell is right there waiting. Second, something called sovereign AI. Countries are now building their own domestic AI infrastructure, not just companies, entire nations, wanting their own systems for security and independence. That's a wave of demand that's just getting started. 40 years ago, Michael Dell looked at the PC industry and said, "There's a better way to build this, and I'm going to sell it directly to the people who need it." Today he's doing the exact same thing, just at a scale that one 9-year-old with $1,000 couldn't have imagined. Here's what I keep coming back to with Dell's story. It's not really a story about computers. It's a story about one idea: cut out what's unnecessary, build what people actually need, get it to them directly, applied over and over again, across 40 years of completely different industries. Dorm room to Fortune 500, near bankruptcy to the largest tech acquisition in history, legacy, PC maker to AI, infrastructure company. Most companies don't survive one of those transitions. Dell has navigated all of them. Whether the AI factory bet pays off the same way the dorm room bet did, we'll see. But if history tells us anything about Michael Dell, it's that you probably shouldn't bet against him. If you want more stories like this, the real history behind the companies shaping the world, subscribe to Stag Research. New videos every week. And drop a comment. What part of this surprised you most? Because for me, it was the 1993 crash. Nobody talks about that one.